And then on Keir Starmer's side, I mean, the election campaign, he's been extremely careful. Has been trying not to rock the boat too much with any bold promises, but whether he can stay that course or whether he needs to become bolder, specifically on the taxation front, I think that is something that we will start to see perhaps already in the coming days.
Right, and that's going to be crystallised, I expect, Carsten, in October when Rachel Reeves will deliver the first budget. So if Labour is positioning itself as the party that really tackles the cost of living and the inequity issues in Britain, does it mean higher taxes on non-doms? Does it mean windfall taxes on energy companies? Does it mean taxes on private equity and even a wealth tax?
Yeah, many of those things have already been promised or announced, let's say, by Labour in the run-up to election day, specifically the non-doms issue, definitely the windfall tax on North Sea oil and gas, continuation and extension of what is already existing there. The question is, will they offer something, will they announce something on top of that? For instance, on inheritance, that could be one thing to watch. Capital gains could be another thing to watch. All that is speculation for now. Of course, if you look at the political results tonight coming out of that exit poll, what we probably end up with is a Conservative Party in opposition in complete disarray, perhaps for a long time to come. If that is really the picture that emerges by tomorrow morning in reality, then that might increase the room for maneuver for Labour. And perhaps that would mean that we would see announcements specifically on the taxation front quicker than we would have thought, perhaps even before October. That's the thing to watch in the coming hours and the coming weeks.
Carsten, if the rest of Europe is lurching to the right and the far right, can it even be said that the UK emerges as something of a safe haven if Keir Starmer's Labour is adopting a more centrist tone?
Yeah, I mean, the electoral system clearly helps here, right? And in that sense, it shores up this ultra-pragmatic policy proposals that we've seen from Starmer's side. So in that sense, you could perhaps argue that. But let's not forget that across the board, I mean, these countries in the end face similar issues, whether it is on the question of how to finance the green transition, the big productivity question across the board, and as you say, of course, political upheaval, especially the strengthening of the far right that we see in Germany, that we see in Italy, that we see in France, and that we see in the UK, that just doesn't play out that much in the UK due to the electoral system. But I think across the board, these countries face similar issues on the political and the economic front.